Good morning, all. In previous three videos, we are discussing about your module 3, chapter 2, memory management topics. In this, we already covered about till paging. In this video, I am going to cover this segmentation and segmentation with paging. So let's see what do you mean by segmentation. Yes, here we go. Segmentation is nothing but you are dividing the programs. You may get that out. What is the difference between your paging and the segmentation? In the paging also, what you will do, paging is nothing but you are dividing the program into set of blocks, correct? That is called as paging. Yes, it is same as that. Segmentation is just like your paging. You are dividing the programs into set of blocks. But what makes difference? Paging is nothing but you are dividing the programs into fixed number of blocks. The block size will be fixed. But in segmentation, the block size is variable. That is the difference between your segmentation and the paging concept. How your segmentation will work, how the segmentation differs from the paging, and how it will work in your operating system. The address translation and segmentation takes place in such a way. This is the segmentation and operating system, how it will work. This picture depicts that how the segmentation will work in your operating system. In paging, what you are going to do in paging, you will be having a separate page number, right? In page number, you will be having, for that page number you will be having one offset number. You will There is two different fields. One is page number and another one is offset number. Here you will be having a segmentation number. Whatever the processor sending the program, it will be divided in different blocks. Those blocks value will be stored in a segment number, as a segment number. And here in segmentation, you will be maintaining, in paging you will be maintaining one page table, right? In this segmentation, you will be maintaining one segment table. In segment table, what it happens, it will be consisting of a base limit and a base value. What the limit will consist, from the beginning of this module I am explaining you that, from the beginning of this chapter, limit is nothing but the length of the program. If, for example, if you are executing a set of block, if it means, in your user code, if you are performing read and write operation, means, if you are in this particular block or in this particular segment, if you are executing one operation, let's take it as a read operation, means first it will check what is the limit or what is the length of that read operation, what is the length of the program for performing that read operation, that is the limit value. So once the program is divided into number of segments, it will be stored as a segment number and the offset value. Here the segment number will be stored, will be consisting in that segment table. In that particular segment table, it will check for the limit value. And what is the offset value? What do you mean by offset value? Here it will check a condition like, once the limit value is fetched, it will check the condition as whether the d is smaller than limit value or not. If the value of d is less than the limit value, then only what is the offset value? Offset value is the length of that particular, length of the particular block, right? Limit value is the length of the particular program. So always your length of the particular block should be less than your limit value. Once it is agreed or once the condition becomes true, then what happens? It will be the base value added to this displacement value or the limit it will check the for condition. Once it is added for the limit value, then you will that will place to the memory location, main memory location. The base plus limit will generate your physical address. If it is wrong, where if the block size is greater than limit value, then it will tap the error. It never exceeds the limit value. Your displacement value should never exceed the limit value. Then only the condition becomes true. But after that, the base value plus limit value, it will be provided or it will be obtained one physical address, and in that physical address your data is going to store in the main memory. This is how address translation will work in your segmentation process. This is how your segmentation will work. Your next topic is protection and sharing. In protection and sharing process, the sharing of segment provides less overhead than the pure paging segment. Multiple process can share a segment. For example, if any of the particular if any of the particular segment is shared with two different processes at the same time, means so that what happens, sharing of segment provides less overhead than the pure paging segment. You can share the segmented block with the multiple processes. Two processes share a segment where their segment table entries to the same segment in the main memory. Operating system maintains the global segment table for everyone and also used by the operating systems. So segmentation suffers from the, but in this segmentation will always suffers from the external fragmentation. I already explained in the previous videos what do you mean by external fragmentation. Your paging will suffer from the internal fragmentation, but your uh, segmentation suffers from the external fragmentation. Why? Because segment size varies. As I said you, the segmentation is nothing but it is going to divide the program into number of blocks, but it is it is not a fixed variable or fixed size. The way it will be divide the blocks in a variable size. That is about your protection and sharing concept. And next is what are all the advantages and disadvantages of your segmentation. The first advantage is it provides virtual memory. Next, it allows dynamic segment growth, and segmentation assists dynamic linking. Segmentation is visible. These are all the few advantages of your segmentation. And next, let's see what is the disadvantages in your segmentation. Maximum size of segment is limited by the size of main memory. As I said you, the segmentation cannot exceed the value or the limit value, and the segmentation size will be limited by the size of the main memory based on the main memory value or based on the main memory size, because the segmentation is not a fixed value, right? So if you want to divide that block, it should not exceed the main memory value. Difficulty to manage the variable size segments on secondary storage, fragmentation and complicated memory management. These are all the few disadvantages of your segmentation. Next, there are few differences between your segmentation and paging. Let's see what are the difference. First one is program is divided into variable size segments. As I said you, in a segmentation, program will be divided into variable size segments, but in paging, program is divided into fixed size segments. This is the first difference between your segmentation and paging. And what is the next difference between your segmentation and paging? User or compiler is responsible for dividing the program into segments. Division into pages is performed by the operating system. Here the division of the program is responsible of your compiler, which kind of compiler you are using. Based on that the segmentation will work. But pages are divided, or division into pages is performed by your operating system. Segmentation is lower than paging. Paging is faster than segmentation. Segmentation is visible to user. Paging is invisible to users. Segmentation eliminates the internal fragmentation. As I said you, segmentation suffers from the external fragmentation. So it eliminates the internal fragmentation. Here, paging suffers from the internal fragmentation. The next point predicts the same. Segmentation suffers from the external fragmentation. There is no external fragmentation in your paging. So what is the next point? Processor uses page number offset to calculate the absolute address. Here processor uses segment number offset to calculate the absolute address. OS maintains a list of free holes in main memory, but here OS must maintain a free frame list. In paging, you will be maintaining a free frame list by the operating system. Next, let's see about next topic is our segmentation with paging. How the segmentation will done with paging. The segmentation can be done with or without paging. But here, your next topic is segmentation with paging. The most of the architecture supports the paging and segmentation both. All the pages of segment need not to be in the main memory. So it simplify the memory allocation and speed increases. It requires a high speed register to store the base address of the segment map table. Segments are typically larger than pages. The base address get from the segment descriptor table is concatenated with the offset. The new address is referred to as a linear address. Linear address is generated by the paging hardware. These are all the few this is how your segmentation with paging will work. So what is the advantage of your segmentation which is done with your paging means it all combines both the advantages of your paging and segmentation. And what are all the disadvantages here? It increases the hardware cost, and because you need to implement both segmentation and the paging. And next is it increases the processor overheads. Dangerous of thrashing. It the main disadvantage of dangerous of thrashing, because it overheats the processor. It may be the chance of uh, trashing the or alt the processor. For more links or for there are few problems, and it is very easy problems. So if you want to look at or try solve the problems, please go and refer this link. In this link they have given a very nice video, a very nice examples and all, and they have specified the formulas also. So if you want to solve the problems, or if you want to refer the problems, you can go through this link. Thank you. This is end of your module 3 and chapter 2.